Welcome back. ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a degenerative disease that affects the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord that control the muscles throughout the body, and it can be a really devastating diagnosis.
Absolutely, and here to tell us a little bit more about ALS and a great way to support people with the disease and their families is ALS patient Jim Utese and Billy Dwyer from the band Chasin Mason. Thanks for being here, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's talk to you a little bit first, Jim, just about what ALS is and your experience with it.
Well, I was diagnosed about 3 years ago. My symptoms started about 6 years ago, just with a slight cramp in my hand. And eventually it just progressed very slowly for me to the point where it hit my upper body, and eventually a diagnosis was made, which is kind of a devastating.
You have 4
day.
kids.
4 children, yeah, the youngest, I have a little girl who's 6, and my oldest is in college, so our life changed in that moment, and how we were going to live our lives and continue living as opposed to focusing on the devastation of this.
And you know, I think when anyone is facing a life-threatening disease or a diagnosis, it does change things. As we talked, you know, with Nancy about earlier, your perspective changes a lot. The way that you live your life changes a lot. And there's a lot of people here in Milwaukee with ALS, and this is a very important event coming up because it raised funds for people and education for people who are battling the disease, correct?
That's correct. I mean, when I was diagnosed in October of 2010, at that moment my mission was to provide awareness, because I didn't know what it was. My friends' family had no idea what ALS was, and it's just not a disease that's known about until you're affected.
I agree, and there's a lot of talk about Alzheimer's, and maybe what we can, Alzheimer's, your body stays quite functional when your mind has problems. ALS is kind of just the reverse.
Absolutely.
Your mind is sharp, and you're an active, thinking, wonderful, engaged person, and your body just starts to give up on you. And you see, Jim has been just like so many ALS patients, a brave and courageous man going forward and battling despite all the odds with his body kind of giving up on him.
Yeah, eventually they say it's like a prisoner within your body, because you're fully aware of what's going on, but your body just becomes non-functional. And some people it goes rather quickly. Like I said, I'm blessed. It's been rather slow. And while I can go out and do this, I've decided that this is going to be my purpose, just to raise awareness as best I can for all patients out there.
We need those research dollars to figure this out, and Billy,
Move it
you're going to
forward.
help bring in some of that money.
Hopefully, hopefully.
And everybody loves Chasin Mason. You're going to be performing at
There's
the
3
ALS.
people that don't.
Yeah, right. But that's it.
Yeah,
They're not here today,
invited.
though.
And we are not friends with those 3 people.
We
But
don't like them on Facebook.
Why did you get involved in this? Why is it an important event for you?
You know, it was kind of wild. Last year, we got involved with an entertainment company called K-Nation, and that's owned by a guy named Jim Kazmarek. And Jim does a number of different things in the Wisconsin area with a ton of work with charities. And it's kind of weird how you guys are talking about the awareness thing, and that's exactly what this event did for me, because last year when we got to do the event, I had no idea, you know, what ALS was. You know, you hear Lou Gehrig's disease, but you're just like, you know, but it's really informed me. And then this event has been
July 19th?
yeah, it's at Miller Park again, and it's kind of what we do. it's a Chasin Mason show. There's food, there's drinks. It's really cool though, because the crowd is totally diverse. You know what I mean? It's families.
Yeah.
It's people that come out to our shows all the time. It's my newborn nephew was there last year, so he was the youngest by a landslide.
So people are interested in going to this event. How do they do that?
They can go to the website, alsawi.org, to order tickets. Last year it was sold out. So the sooner to get tickets, I would do that.
So here are the 2 dates for the events. The upcoming events are, again, the Cure, Chasin A Cure tailgate at Miller Park, which is the first one Friday, July 19th. And that's, again, before the Brewers take Miami Marlins at Miller Park. And then also October 13th at Greenfield Park, it's a walk to defeat ALS. Very important to get involved in both events so that we can raise awareness, raise money for funding, help those in our community who are fighting this disease. Here's the information that Jim mentioned. It's alsawi.org, the website, or you can call for more information at 262-784-5257 to get your tickets to attend. Again, it sold out last year, so you got to make sure that you act quickly and get involved. Thank you so much for being here, and we wish you the very
Billy,
best in fighting.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks so much for
Godspeed.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate it.